You caught me on the highway here. We're about 45 minutes out from Moab, Utah. I gotta be honest, I don't really have a plan for today. I'm just gonna see where the day takes us, but all I know is I want to explore Arches National Park. I'm not sure if that means a hike or a drive. I don't know. We're just gonna see what happens. It's funny how for most of the drive, it's just this desolate land, and then all of a sudden you look up and you're in this bright red canyon.
Everything was going fine.
Almost there.
Yeah. Everything was coming along.
Let's check out the visitor center. Well, I'm heading into the park here. Let me tell you a little bit about the park.
The story begins with water. Buried almost a mile deep in the ancient plains, Entrada sandstone waits for rainfall to reach it. The cracks in the rock let water seep in, then break even more when the water freezes and expands. Layers melt away, exposing the amazing vista we see today. Thousands of years ago, among the yuccas and junipers, Native American tribes such as the Anasazi, Ute, and Navajo stood strong in the blowing sands. As time drifts on, settlers move into the valley known as Moab. Alexander Ringhofer sees the potential tourism this beautiful place could attract. By 1929, the park became a national monument, then expanded to 137 square miles and earned the new title of Arches National Park. Now, this one-of-a-kind place holding over 2,000 arches brings in as much as 10 million people per year. Its beauty remains ever-changing, with the wind an eternal sculptor shifting the terrain yesterday, today, and long into the future.
Wow, those are some gorgeous paintings. It's amazing to think how long it took for all of this to form. They've got some cool history in here. I think I'm going to have to stay away from the gift shop because I need to save money. All right, let's head into the park.
We both walk a thinner line of views and sparks.
Yeah, this is a steep drop-off. Very cool, though, how you can overlook the interstate.
We're both carrying baggage. We both got fire in our veins. Will we dance in the wreckage, or will we dig a grave?
Wow, those mountains are stunning. It's so pretty with the contrast of the red and blue. Let's get the big wildlife camera out and see if we can get a nice close-up of that mountain. I didn't charge it last night, so I hope this thing has enough battery. Wow, that's just gorgeous. I'm really liking these ultra close-ups of the mountains just because I can crop it in such a way that I eliminate all of the blue sky around it. It's just the mountain and the clouds, and it looks like this awesome, painterly, stormy day.
I'm not fragile like a flower.
I think it blends really well with the snow on the mountains.
You don't seem to fear that power. I've loved it all.
All right, let's keep it moving.
We both walked through the fire. We both grew bold in the flames. Now we could dance in the embers, or we could seal our fate. Oh, you ain't gonna be my good Prince Charming, knight in shining white. You ain't gonna be my little darling. No, baby, I'm gonna be your dynamite.
So this little section behind me here may just look like a shaded little bit of rock, but it's actually technically an arch, according to a park ranger that I talked to. What makes it an arch is it's separated from the back wall by just a few inches, which is enough to classify it as an arch. Pretty cool tidbit. Wow, look at that. That little dot is a climber up there. On to the next. Man, I'm glad I shot those mountains when I did, because the clouds have now moved away. I really like this tower right here. I wonder if there's a way to get a good shot of that. I'm not sure if I want to face the side in the sun or the side in the shade.
I call to the mountain, sitting across the bay. Morning comes on
Let's try from the sunny side here.
day. I'll take the stillness and the sign to write a song.
Yeah, I definitely like having at least some of the rock in the sun here. I think it looks nice.
Still to come.
I'm not completely satisfied with this spot just because I still have the road over in the corner here, but I'm just going to try to get really close to the ground and let some of the sagebrush block out that road.
Coloring in the view. Red sunburns late Sunday afternoon.
Okay, I think it's time to move on. They're not magazine-worthy photos, but you never know until you try, right?
We have gone, things we've done.
Oh, look, two little hidden arches over there.
Still to come.
The landscape's changed once again. We have some petrified dunes over to our right. Very unique. I don't remember a time where I've seen information like that before. Got some spires to the left here. So I'm about maybe a little over a mile away from the windows section, as they call it, and I spotted this viewpoint of Turret Arch. And just the red against the blue and the white on the mountains is striking. I love it. However, I will admit I'm not completely satisfied with my composition just because the mountains are very off-center from where the arch that I'm trying to focus on is. It'd be so nice if we could get over this way a little bit more so we could have the bigger, more dramatic mountains in the background behind it instead of to the left of it. The problem is the road not only dips down to where you couldn't see it, but it also goes to the left, so there's no real great way to get in position without walking like a mile. And speaking of walking a mile, that's something I'm struggling with too. We have about an hour and a half until official sunset. And the one thing that I know in my mind is some sort of plan is I want to have a dedicated destination for the sunset light because that's going to be the best light. I'm not sure if that's going to be here or somewhere else. We'll have to see. But I want to try to cover as much ground as I can before I'm in that window of the last half an hour of light. This doesn't look like too far of a walk. Man, does that golden light from the sun just make every rock just so vibrant. Wow, it's hard to take in just how massive some of these arches are. So I hiked up to the backside of Turret Arch to get a look at it. It is late enough in the day to where we're getting a shadow cast on it, which I actually think is kind of cool. However, we do have some traffic, so hard to get a shot with no one in it. I like this little viewpoint here, just off the main trail. The lighting is really good for this angle right now. I really like this one spire that's right in between the two rocks. It's cool natural framing.
All right, back to the car we go. Okay, I think the impromptu plan is we're going to try to make it to the end of the park just so we can say that we did cover any bases. If there's anything amazing, I'll know to stop on the way out. But we only have about 40 minutes of sunset light left, so we're definitely on a time crunch here. I forgot to mention this because in the videos it's not so clear. It's actually February, which for this part of the country is pretty crazy to not have any snow or ice or even really mud. It's been a very odd winter, and it's about 60 degrees right now according to my car. But I'm happy with it so far until it's summertime and I can't kayak because there's no water in the lakes. The thought crossed my mind to hike to Delicate Arch, which isn't a crazy far walk. It's about maybe 3 miles, but it's all uphill all the way there. But I'm definitely not going to have the time to get there, so I'll have to do that in another day. Man, I thought we'd be to the end of the park by now, so they're probably going to run out of daylight before I can actually set up at a place to get that last light. Oh well, it was an impromptu plan anyways. And here we are, the final loop. Okay, I can say I made it to the end of the park. Now, there is other sections that I didn't explore. For instance, there's one dirt road that I'm thinking of that will take you down into a whole other part that's quite a ways away, probably maybe 10 miles away. So I'll have to go explore that and Delicate Arch another day. But, I mean, so far I think it's been pretty successful. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today. The sun's just now dipping over the horizon there. Man, I just could not have asked for better weather. There's barely any wind. It's about 60 degrees. Well, now probably 50, but at the height it was 60. There's no mud. There's no ice on the road. It's perfect driving conditions. Man, it's just amazing. I don't care if you've seen it 100 times. This landscape is just breathtaking. In every 5 miles that go through the park, there's always something new that you're seeing. I'm so happy that I got to devote today to do this because this has been a blast. And it's so nice not to plan either, because I go into a lot of trips expecting something out of it or having a goal, which is good. I won't stop doing that, but it's nice to take a break. All right, time to head out of the park, head into Moab and get some food.
But it's too late to stay. With a broken heart, I'm feeling about twice my age. Now I'm asking myself, is this still what I want?
Sorry, I was planning on showing you Moab in the day, but we didn't get there.
Like sandpaper on my tongue. And the rain falls and church bells sound. Not a soul I know could save me now.
I'm thinking we'll try the chicken Alfredo. They've got some really cool paintings on the wall there.
So take it away.
Cool, mission success.
Just like that, it's like I was never here. I watched
All right, let's get back on the road again and start the long journey back home.
Just like a ghost, I will haunt these halls. You may hear my steps, but I won't speak at all.